welcome to the premiere episode of the Everyday Polymath podcast. I'm the Everyday Polymath, Keith, here with you today to talk about why you should become a polymath. Some of the most influential people in history were polymaths, and you too can start your journey to becoming one by checking out our website at www.everydaypolymath.com. Aristotle, Leonardo da Vinci, Galileo, all distinguish themselves as some of the most intelligent and innovative people in history. All of them are considered some of the greatest polymaths. Now, what, you might ask, is a polymath? Polymath is a person that is considered well-rounded, a Renaissance person, if you will, a person that has knowledge in many different areas that may not even seem to be related, but somehow they make connections beyond what others can see. The four key areas that I like to focus on when discussing polymaths and are generally accepted as the areas that all of the great polymaths have excelled in include the intellectual, the physical, the social, and the artistic. Now, by focusing on these four areas and expanding your knowledge in them, along with following a few basic principles that we've come up with, you too can be experiencing your life as an everyday polymath. Now, the life of a polymath is that of a commitment to self-improvement through the pursuit of knowledge. Nowadays, we really have no excuse not to learn more. If you have an interest or a curiosity in something, it is virtually at your fingertips, on your computer, on your phone, to at least get some basic knowledge about it. If you really want to get deep, you can find people around the world to connect with, literally via email, Skype, or a simple phone call. It's amazing the connections we can make nowadays and how we can learn so much so fast. The problem is there's so much out there to learn that you can find it difficult to focus on one thing. There's so many interesting things in this world, and the more you learn, the more you get curious about something else. So you got to find a way to kind of focus and narrow it down a little bit. As we'll discuss in future episodes, there's a way to narrow that down in a process that can help you in that, to continue to develop yourself at a reasonable pace without getting overwhelmed. Now, the many reasons to become a polymath, like I said, you become a more well-rounded person. Now, someone who's more well-rounded has a tendency to be able to find more common interests in conversational topics with all different types of people. I've found that I'm able to make a connection with nearly any person I meet just by having a simple small talk conversation that actually grows into something more interesting, just by finding a common interest or topic. Even simple things like the food that we like to eat, what we cooked last night for dinner can be a huge start-off point for an actual interesting conversation with somebody where, you teach them something, they teach you something. We'll discuss more about how this can happen in future episodes as well, and how you can further develop those conversational techniques and your social skills to really expand your circle of networking professionally and personally. Because after all, it's the people that we meet that make life so interesting and make us to grow even more than any book or website or podcast, for that matter, ever could. By learning from other people and making those connections, both professional and personal, that further enrich your professional and social life, you'll begin to see from a variety of perspectives. You'll be able to put yourself in a different position than maybe you did before. Take a more objective look on life, which can be a tremendous asset, especially in these divisive times. There's no need to take sides sometimes. Sometimes somebody just needs to step back and take a look at the all-around picture and make your own decision on how you feel about something, rather than just latching on to one side or the other. There's always a shade of gray somewhere in there. Nothing is just black and white. Now, with that, you're able to understand more complex problems and offer creative solutions by drawing from a wide variety of the knowledge that you have and making connections between seemingly unrelated subjects with ease. That's something that polymaths excel at, and why that there's such a useful asset at any business, any company. If you're able to make connections that are seemingly unrelated, you're going to take that synergy that they use in the business world and take it to another level. Because in the end, business is more than just the numbers. Business is more than just product. Business is more than just your customers. Business is more than just the employees. Business is more than just the management. It's all of those things together working amongst each other in that synergy. And without it, nothing works right. There's always going to be some sort of dysfunction amongst that if you can't solve problems by making it a win-win for everybody. And a polymath is someone who can do that. They can see that bigger picture, and they can find creative solutions to problems. The journey of a polymath is that of learning. You also, with that learning, always want to challenge yourself. If you're not challenging yourself every day, then you're not learning anything. You're staying stagnant. Somebody else will be challenging themselves and they're getting better. It's not a competition, but you have to realize if you don't challenge yourself every day, you're going to get left behind. People are going to grow. They're going to go and they're going to do better things. Not that you need to compare yourself to anyone, but don't you want to be that person? Don't you want to do better things? Don't you want a better life for yourself, for your family? By challenging yourself each day, taking on new goals, having new interests, and expanding your own world of what you consider important. Even if it's just for a little while, learning something new. Even if it's just for that challenge to say, yeah, I did it. That's a tremendous, tremendous way to continue to help yourself grow. Because with everything we do, we learn. We learn a little bit something about ourselves. We learn about other people. We learn how to interact with other people. And we walk away a better person because of it. There's never been an instance where somebody has done something and said, I didn't learn anything from that. It's not true. There is always something to be learned. There is always a way to grow. By taking on new experiences and challenges, that's how you grow. With these more interesting experiences, these challenges that you take on, you'll find that you'll make stronger connections with people because you'll be going through challenges together, whether it's, a class you took together, or maybe you go climb a mountain together. Maybe you're jumping out of an airplane for the first time. Maybe you're just learning a new sport like pickleball. Through all these things, you're building personal connections with people that are further enriched by the fact that you shared an experience together. That's something that just a casual encounter with somebody that you just make small talk with is never going to compare to. Because when you have a shared experience, you create a bond with someone. And it makes it a more enriching experience for both of you in your relationship, whatever that may be. Whether it's a friendship that develops, whether it's a colleague that you work with, it just makes that relationship stronger in whatever type of relationship that is. Remembering that by taking on these challenges and giving yourself new goals, you also open up your mind to the fact that anything is possible. You create a lifestyle where you have the confidence where anything can be possible. If you think that way, you will act that way. So keep in mind that by enriching yourself, by following the path of an everyday polymath, a simple person just trying to develop themselves every day to be a better person, you will find in the end you're in a happier lifestyle. You've got things to look forward to. You're not in this dull, drab, gray world. Whether it's sitting in an office or at home doing house chores or, in your car commuting. There's so much more to look forward to in life than just those things. Your mind is a place that can take you to different places while you're in those gray day-to-day areas. In your mind, if you continue to enrich yourself, you're looking forward to other things. You're thinking about other things in those downtime moments that excite you, that make you want to do more, that pushes you, takes you to that next level. And I believe the life of a polymath, because there's so many different things that you could do. I mean, your possibilities are endless. It's all your personality, your interests. There's so many different types of polymaths that by just making the commitment to trying to enrich your life in the 4 key areas, you'll find that you'll create new challenges, you'll create new interests, you'll create new bonds and friendships. And overall find that your life as a whole is furtherly enriched. Hopefully, I've given you a little bit of a background on a polymath, why it is great to be a polymath. And further podcasts, we're going to discuss exactly how we can do that, how I do it, things I've learned along the way so you don't have to make the same mistakes I have. And we can just discuss the great things you're doing out there, and hopefully make some connections with people that are doing other great things in their polymathic journey. This is just our first episode. We hope to do many, many more. Big shout out to all of our first-time listeners, whether you're right on it in our debut here in the first month, or you're listening down years from now and just want to listen through all the episodes. We really appreciate it and appreciate your support. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to write a review and, let your friends know, and continue to follow us on the podcast. Otherwise, look forward to talking to you soon. Have any questions, comments, please be sure to reach out to us. You can reach us at the website, www.everydaypolymath.com. Shoot us an email, shoot us a contact us, or follow us on any of the major social media platforms. Once again, I'm Keith, your Everyday Polymath, hoping that you enjoyed this episode. I look forward to talking to you all very soon. Once again, thanks for listening. We look forward to continuing to guide you on your journey to living the lifestyle of an everyday polymath.